I always say that if you're currently residing in the UK, let's say you're on a tier 4 visa as a student, or you're in a skilled worker visa currently residing in the UK, I always say that you should take that opportunity and use this opportunity to travel around Europe. I always say that once you have a UK biometric residence permit or you are legally residing in the UK, it will be much easier to get a visa to travel to other European countries. However, there are some people that the mere thought of having to book a flight, all the security that comes with flying, it puts them off. As we're still in the summer, think about it, just reconsider. Did you know that there are several places in Europe that you can travel to from London without flying? Yes, you don't need to fly to Europe. You can actually take a train. And in today's video, I'll be sharing countries or cities in Europe that you can travel to from London or from the UK via train. It's much easier, they are faster as well, and it's cheaper. And you don't have to stress with the whole security checks. Plus, if you're like me and at present, you cannot really afford business class, yet you want, ample leg room, I think the train does it for me. And for those who are very, all about protecting the environment, blah, 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 apparently trains produce less carbon emissions than the plane. So it's more environmentally friendly. So if you want to know, stay tuned. Stop that. So hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Anna Wizolda. On this channel, I talk about nursing, migration, opportunities for people to relocate abroad, and life in the UK as an immigrant in general. So if these are topics that interest you, please do consider subscribing. First on my list, I know that for this one, most people are aware. Did you know you can actually travel from London to Paris via train? Yes, you can. And I'm going to leave links in the description, okay? So if you want to book a train ride to Paris from London and to other part of Europe that I'm going to mention as well, okay? None of those train companies are sponsoring today's video. I just found them in my research and I thought I should share them. So yes, you can actually travel from London to Paris via train. A popular one that people usually talk about is the Eurostar. So when I checked, it's around £70 to let's say £80 for the entire ride. And there are about 16 trains every single day going. It's not like there are only 2 trains, right? There are about 16 trains leaving London to Paris every single time. And then the £70 to £80 that I mentioned is return. It's going to take you from London to Paris and it's going to bring you back. So the whole journey from London to Paris is actually about an hour and 30 minutes. Yes, approximately an hour and 30 minutes. And then you are in the heart of Paris, ready to board the next taxi to your hotel or your Airbnb and enjoy Paris. It's that short, yes. But let me say this real quick. The fact that it's a train that you're taking does not mean that you don't need a visa. So first, you don't hold an EU passport or you're not an EU national, you do need a visa, right? They're going to do all those checks, obviously, before you enter another country. But then, like I said, it's less hassle. So go to Paris, go see the Eiffel Tower, the museum, and all the very fancy, nice places in Paris via train from London. The second popular place that I discovered is Belgium. Yes, you can actually travel to several cities in Belgium from London, right, via train. And the amazing thing is that, you see, with the train, usually it's from a city center to a city center most of the time. So it's taking you to the heart of the city that you're going to. It's not going to take you to some outskirts airport somewhere where you have to take another taxi of, let's say, 1 hour and pay huge sums of money before you get to your hotel. So that is also a plus when it comes to the train. So yes, Belgium. So the Eurostar also has about 9 trains every single day, taking people from London to Brussels, which is the capital of Belgium. And the whole journey is approximately 2 hours. And with that as well, you're likely to pay around £80 for a return ticket. So from London to Brussels and from Brussels back to London whenever you're ready. And like I said, you still need a visa, blah, blah, blah. Belgium also has very nice places. I'm going to leave some of the places on the screen that you can go to. The third on my list is Netherlands. Yes, you can actually travel from London to Amsterdam in the Netherlands via train. Amsterdam has picturesque canals, museums, vibrant street markets. But the sad part about this particular trip is that the trip is over 4 hours. It's less than 5 hours, but it's over 4 hours. And as well, the train ticket is going to cost you around £80 for a return ticket, but it's just a bit far. But like I said, you can enjoy the entire ride and watch, the scenic view from your train. So yeah. So if you're going for the weekend, it might be worth grabbing, they call something I Am Amsterdam City Card, which gets you access to public transport as well as over 70 attractions and museums. And it's about €90 for 48 hours or €110 for 72 hours. And you get to skip all the the queues at these places. Let me just say that this video is proudly sponsored by Limfi. Limfi is an international money transfer app, okay, that allows you to send money from the UK, US, and Canada to over 10 different African countries. Talk about Ghana, talk about Nigeria, talk about Benin, Rwanda, Cameroon, and so many other countries, and with no transfer charges, 0 transfer charges. As a matter of fact, if you also use the referral code NANEL, and then you make a first transfer above £100 or $150 or Canadian dollars, you qualify to get either £15 or as much as $20 or 30 Canadian dollars as a bonus. And remember that no transfer charges, and they have the best rates ever. Thank you, Lemfi, for sponsoring today's video. The next popular place that I'm going to talk about, which is my number 4, is Barcelona in Spain. Yes. Instead of flying to Spain, why don't you just take the train from London to Spain? I'm sure it's going to be such an amazing ride as well. This is about £80, but let me say that you have to make sure you're booking weeks ahead of time to get even better, deals when it comes to the train ticket. You need to book ahead of time. So from London to Barcelona, Spain, I saw very, very cheap prices. I saw one that was about £40. I could not believe my eyes. Yes, £40, but the journey is very long. Okay, it's about 9 hours 50 minutes. Honestly, this one I don't think is worth it, because if you fly, is way less. But if you're a fan of the train or you fear flights, okay, and then you want to go to Spain, maybe you should think about using the train. But 9 hours 15 minutes, honestly, I don't think is worth it. That's half of the holiday gone. But you can actually get something as cheap as £40, and I saw this on the raileurope.com. okay, there are other tickets that can cost you as much as £300. That is why I say that with Spain it might not really be worth it, because it will be much cheaper to fly by EasyJet or any other local airline. So the 5th country I'm going to mention is Italy. Yes, did you know you could actually start off in London and get to Italy, your final destination, via train? Yes. So with this particular one, there is not a direct train from UK London to, let's say, Milan or Rome or wherever in Italy. No, it doesn't work like that. So this is how it works. You can either take the Eurostar, the one I spoke about, from London to Paris, and then you can either stay overnight or take another train from Paris to Italy. Okay, so it's going to be a long journey, but it's nice. If you have a Schengen visa, it allows you to travel to all these countries. So you can actually have breakfast in London, have your lunch in Paris, and then your dinner in Italy, in Rome or Milan. Is that not cool? But it's actually going to be quite costly. From London to Paris, you're going to spend around £80 return, and then from Paris to Italy is going to be, let's say, about €30. Okay, so all inclusive, let's say a little around 100 or a bit above £100. So this is one of the many options. You can do it which other way you want. Okay, so you can just simply take the flight. I mean, why the hassle? So the 6th country I'm going to mention is Germany. I never expected Germany to be on the list prior to researching for this video. So actually, you can actually travel from London to Germany via train. Interesting, right? As well, you can take the Eurostar, and it's going to take you to a place in Germany called Cologne. This journey will take you about 6 hours 13 minutes with the Eurostar. Okay, and you're gonna pay around £200 return. Yes, and there are about 11 trains a day that go from London to Germany. So that means people do patronize it, because if people were not booking, they would have probably stopped by now, or probably be 2 trains a day or 1 train a week. Yes, but there are actually 11 trains a day from London to Germany. So looking at the time that you want to travel, you can get it. 6 hours is not really long on a train. You can sleep, you can wake up, you can read a book, you can have a coffee, you can look around, enjoy, see all the scenic views, like I said, the mountains and all the very, very nice places via train to Germany. And amazingly, it's going to take you probably to a city center in Germany. So this is cool, isn't it? With the Greece one as well, I added Greece to my list because it's one of my favorite places, and it's on my bucket list that I really want to travel to Greece before I leave this earth. I want to go to Greece, right? So with this one as well, it's not a straightforward thing, right? So you can actually take the train from London to Paris, and then you can take another high-speed train from Paris to Italy, and then you take another train from Italy to Greece or Athens or wherever. So these are not like the trains that you take from the grocery shop to your house. No. These are very comfortable, very posh looking trains. Well, I'm not here to advertise for these train companies, but I've seen pictures of some of them and videos of some of them, and they look so comfortable. And like I said, it's all hassle free. Personally, when it comes to, stopping, taking your bag, your luggage, getting off, getting onto another train, I don't think it's worth it. I only think that the ones that are worth it are the direct ones, okay? But if you want to go for it, you can go for it. So Greece is another popular place that you can go by train without flying from London, yes. And let me also say that if you want to explore this particular travel option, make sure that you're packing very light, okay? Make sure you booked in advance, make sure you have a valid passport, and then you do have the visa if you require a visa. The fact that you're traveling by train does not mean you don't need a visa. You do need a visa. Always check the train schedules, okay? I'm going to leave links to several companies in the description where you can book your next train ride to whichever European country that you choose to go to. If you're a lover of train, this is for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you have ever experienced this, if you've taken the train from London to any European country, kindly comment below and then share your experience and comparing it to the flight. Do you think it's worth it? So thank you so much for watching. Bye.